Greetings and salutations, everyone. This is Jason Bitbender Brink, and I am here with the magical Bucks. And
Hi
we are
everyone.
here. We're here to talk about May Mayhem. But how are you doing today,
It's May
Bucks?
Mayhem. It's May Mayhem.
May
Like
it
we
is
should we should
indeed May
definitely
Mayhem.
give it some energy.
Got it. I have my energy. I have my Red Bull. Right. This is. I
Same
live on,
difference.
on Red Bull and goldfish crackers. This is all part of a healthy diet.
You see,
Except
I'm a
as
Brit, so I live on tea.
on tea, on
Yeah.
tea.
And having
Okay.
a brew.
Uh, well, that's a whole different thing. Having a brew means you're having a beer
Ah,
here.
you're going into the
It's
Americanisms. No, a brew in Britain is just a brew. It's like a strong
what?
brew.
What is anything you say? You're going to go for a pint? Is that what happens?
No, yeah, you go for a pint or you
Okay,
have a
but
brew. A
that's
brew's
not a
like
brew.
what? A cup
Brew
of
is
tea.
tea. A
Yeah,
cup of tea. A cup of
cup
tea.
of tea,
A
cup of
brew is a
tea,
cup
cup
of
of
tea.
char.
Okay, so anyway, we're here to talk about May Mayhem, and
Yeah.
the best way to join in this conversation is to join our Discord at galagames.chat, and we will be in the here and now general chat channel taking questions. But before we take some questions, we need to talk about some stuff. So, I mean, let me refer. They gave me a brief. This is where we
No,
are. We're getting
just run
briefs.
with it. Go with
Okay,
like the
so
go with the
last year,
headlines.
okay, last year
Oh
May
no.
Mayhem last year May Mayhem was mayhem. It was actually,
It
definitely
was mayhem.
very much mayhem. I remember when Townstar fell over,
Yeah.
hopping into Discord from a store where my wife was trying to buy baby equipment.
I
So
remember that happening, and I
like,
remember Adam Price as well.
yeah,
Wasn't a good couple of weeks for
it was
Adam.
it was it was it was a rough couple weeks. So we're here, and May Mayhem. We are aiming to do it bigger this year than we did last year. Is, I think, the headline that we're shooting for. And there is still going to be, and as I'm sure you guys have noticed, a little bit of mayhem, because that's what happens when you throw lots of people at servers and things like that. You occasionally
Did
get
you? But
tiny
did
bits of
you
mayhem. What?
know this year the prizes are bigger? So everyone's saying, "Oh, it's 4 million," but actually, if you add it up, it's more than 4 million as well. Just I don't know if you've done that because you know how
I
good I am
haven't.
with budgets. Yeah, it's over four
Yeah, no,
million
you
in the
aren't
prizes.
allowed to do budgets.
I
You,
am. That's what's
you,
so
you,
brilliant about it.
it's true. You are allowed to
I'm
do
just
budgets.
bad at
What have
it
we done?
or good at it,
What have we
depending how you look
done?
at it. But yeah, over 4 million of look, it's even in Anna's brief, as well as free surprise NFTs to reward our early supporters
Of
of some
specific.
specific titles.
Yeah, yeah.
So games,
So,
yeah.
but the thing here is that what we're working on doing is we're working on creating something magical. Are we not, Sarah? Do you want to?
Absolutely. There's
Do you
no
want to?
point in doing it if we're not trying to do something that's a bit different, right?
There,
And
there
that's
you
why
go.
we have to reward the people that come in early because I was in Discord over the weekend. I'm in Discord a lot actually, and
You
sometimes
are.
I'm
You
just
are.
there to
I
sneaky spy and see
monitor the
what's going on.
statistics.
Oh shoot. That's why I don't get things done. Anyway, and I think it's fair to say that there's a huge amount of frustration in the community. And
Oh yeah.
you can take that one of two ways, right? You can get really defensive and sort of shut people down and feel a bit disappointed, I suppose, like that people aren't very happy. Or you can accept that they're unhappy because they actually care and they're
Yes.
there and they're frustrated because they want Gala to do all of the things. I think they probably know it's capable of the fact they're still with us or the fact that they're there in the first place. So
Yes.
it's a good place to hang out, have a little bit of a dose of reality. But also then it's quite nice to have a chance and say, hey guys, look, we have so much going on that, and you probably, and we do share a lot with you, but you're getting less than 10%, like genuinely at any one time. So some of the crazy ass things that you think, why have they done that? Or why isn't that working? Might be for a reason that we maybe
Hmm.
just can't share, right?
There's a whole thing that I kind of went into over the last. I think it was Friday. I think it was Friday at the tail end of the week. We are talking a little bit in the Townstar chat. People were kind of upset about the reduction in town that they were getting, and that's just one part of a really, really big series of giant changes that are all coming, and they all feed into each other and they all connect together. So, there's always more happening than you're seeing at any one time.
And it's happening to future-proof stuff, right? It's not, we're here for the long haul. We're not going anywhere.
Yeah,
How much have we
exactly.
spent this year on games? 400 million or something? To say we're invested is the understatement. Like, we're not fair weather friends. And that's why when it does go a little bit sideways, the first thing we do is jump in and talk to you all, because we have to just face it up. But let's not get into all the negative stuff, because it's May Mayhem.
Let's talk about so what happened last week.
Give them some news.
Some stuff happened last week.
Okay, I'll give some stats. We ran a Town Star competition last week. I know there was a few things that we will iron out going forward, but there was $500,000 of winnings that were awarded last week. And in Spider Tanks, I think there was $250,000 worth of winnings that were awarded last week as well. And we've introduced a referral mechanic, which is quite nice as well. And we're hoping that will really start to click in now. All of the advertising for May Mayhem is going live too. So we've come up with, I think it's really cool actually, and it's a little bit of a nod to some of the stuff that's happening at Galaverse, because we actually have enough games to actually maybe align ourselves with the idea of an arcade, an old school arcade, which is quite nice. So we've come up with an arcade look and feel for May Mayhem, with the idea that there's a lot more going on than what you saw week one. And to use a bit of a branding marketing thing, we're snowballing it. So hopefully the momentum will carry on gaining, and it'll get bigger and better. And as Jason put it, more magical. How nice.
More magical.
What's happening this week, Jason, in May Mayhem?
In this week?
Mm-hmm.
In Mayhem, I have to
You're stalling for time, I can tell.
I had to skip ahead. Like, I had to scroll to the bottom. You're supposed to follow the brief order. Anna's going to be so angry. It's down at the bottom. We have shout-outs first. We have to do the shout-outs.
Oh,
right?
For last week? Yeah, okay. You do. Can I do Town Star, because there's a few I know on there. Is that all right?
Yes, of course. Go ahead.
Okay, so we've got a list of, I think, 7 names of people that we see all of you, incidentally, like we do. But Groove, Time Machine, Ozzies, What Up, Just Jamie, Chris Tuna, and Rob H, just for being complete and utter legends last week. We see you, we appreciate you, and thank you for being part of May Mayhem. And I think we've got some Spider Tank people who played over 102 matches. I mean, that's not so much the game as a profession at that point, right?
Yeah, and I do have to say that there are a lot more people that played over 102 matches. These were not the only ones, but these were some that did. And I also saw a lot of these people absolutely kicking ass in Discord.
Were they kicking your ass? Oh, sorry.
Oh, no. So I only played a few matches of Spider Tanks. Me, Eric, and John hopped on. And
nice.
We did pretty well. Except when we have to do the collect the chickens game. Because all of us use really heavy, slow tanks. And then when we have to do the collect the chickens game, the only thing that we can do is just sit there and try to kill people when they come to deliver chickens. And we always just get stomped terribly. Anyway, shout out to Meditated, Typhoon, Even Wave, Steven. I think that's Steven. Is that right?
I love it. Steven? If it wasn't.
Steven 888, Crypto Compliant. And I know, DG, I know you told me how to say your name. You sent it to me in a message. I cannot remember. DG787, Auto Mach, and Raphael Zero. Thank you guys for being kick-ass Spider Tank captains.
Oh,
Pilots.
And talking about people being kick-ass, it never sounds good when I said, does it? Kick-ass. Kick-ass. How do you say it? Kick-ass.
Anyway,
kick-ass.
What was
that? Using an American accent. Go with it. I'm trying it.
What was that? Wow.
I think going on in future...
I'll do a British accent for the rest of this, and you have to do an American accent.
No, that's just... It's insufferable.
I think it's a wonderful idea. I think this is a fantastic idea. It's one of the best ideas I've ever had.
I disagree.
Okay.
Anywho, What's really nice. So what we're going to do is every Monday we're going to do a little update. Maybe not as free flowing as this one. We might actually get good at it. No offense, Jason, but we're rubbish on AMAs together. And
No, we're having
feature.
fun.
So
We're having
yes,
fun. They're having fun.
obviously.
They're having fun. We're good.
They're probably not having fun, Jason.
They're probably having fun.
But and feature some of the community blogs, community vlogs, some of the people that we know and love that are always streaming stuff on YouTube, and you know, just really putting that extra effort in, and to feature some of those guys in some of these shows. We thought that would be really nice. So if you're up for doing that and you would like to be featured, and you can be talking, it's May Mayhem, so you can be talking about games or music, or the ecosystem in general. But if you're talking, what are you smirking at? What are you laughing at? I thought you could multitask.
I am multitasking.
Anyway, let Jason or I know, because then we'll get you on the show, and you can be part of May Mayhem and maybe replace me, which would be good for everyone.
Glitch wants me to speak Cockney for the rest of the AMA.
Oh,
I don't think I can do that.
you got that. It wasn't Courtney.
It's so bad, I know. See, but
Yeah.
it's at
I can
least better
do
than
Courtney,
you
but
trying
I'm
to
not
say.
going to do it.
Oh, please do it. Teach me.
No, it's not happening. No, I'm an Essex girl, so yeah,
Okay,
I cover that accent up well too.
Fine. Okay, so here's one thing that I do want to dig into for this coming week. So, what we noticed, and we noticed this by talking to the community and by having it slap us in the face, that there are, when we do a week-long competition, it's really rough for people.
Yeah.
Because especially if it's like a week-long Town Star competition, that's like a lot of time just grinding. And it's not fun for people. And if people fall out, or if there's, you know, a stupid thing like that god-awful rollback challenge that we were having last week, you know, things like that, people tend to lose hope, and then they just drop out because it's a week-long. They're not going to make it.
It's just a bit rubbish, isn't it? And we keep banging on about blockchain games you want to play, and then you don't want to play it.
And then
so
you don't want to play
really
because it's like
aligned to our
90-hour work week of playing Town Star. That sucks, right? So what we're doing is we're changing it up a little bit, and we're switching most, if I think all of the challenges, I think, at least with Spider Tanks and Town Star, to go for a little bit more of a segmented type challenge. So it's going to be more of a daily challenge thing. I'm not sure exactly when that rolls out, but that's definitely something that we want to do.
I feel like it was Wednesday when I was talking to Jamie earlier on the stand-up,
Okay.
but we can confirm that. But I think
Okay.
it was Wednesday.
So yeah, some shorter range things that I think will be fun. There's going to be even more chances to win, okay? And that's what's going to be contributing to this. So make sure that you jump in, play Spider Tanks, play Town Star, and switch it up. Play both of them. Enjoy. And there's going to be a lot more rewards for referring people as well. So work on bringing your friends into the game. All of this works better if we all work together and bring everybody in together. And that's what, you know, more players means more matches, means you get to play against new people.
More mayhem.
More mayhem, exactly.
But we're also doing more than Town Star and Spider Tanks this week,
yes,
right?
We are.
There's a Mirandus, I believe, drops happening, free NFTs, and also the Walking Dead Empires as well.
There are going to be some of these things, yes, and
but I think that's probably a Benny Diamond Hand deal. I would imagine.
A Benny, yes, Benefactor, Diamond Hand. So it's one of those things that it's probably going to be good for you if you have been holding your NFTs. And then here is this thing here, this bullet point, the fourth bullet point on the what's in store for this week, that I know nothing about. So I'm going to just hand it to you.
Oh, it's that way. Oh no, that's me handing it back.
It's you.
You're talking about take it, just take it. You're talking about the Vials of Wonder, aren't you?
With the Blue Realm was the not the Vials of Wonder. The Blue Realm's not the Vials of Wonder.
Oh,
It says Blue Realm update. I'm assuming you have a Blue Realm update.
yeah, so I do. I know there was an issue with people that went to Galaverse. They never received their blue
Okay.
realms. They will be receiving their blue realms. We have somehow managed to, well, I know how, but we've sorted it out. So you will be in receipt of that, which is good because, and somebody was asking me quite rightly in the channel the other day around BT, around the utility of the orbs, and also around Blue Realm. And I basically said, look, we need to get because of it didn't exactly, that's such an understatement, it didn't exactly go to plan. And so what we're trying to do is make sure all of the people that are holding vials, that's all sorted out, just because otherwise there's so much noise and it's very difficult to get something new out when you're still trying to figure out something that had
Right.
happened previously. So there's 2 more drops this week. I should probably tell people what they are. And then there's a final one next week. And then that will be the redemption over, just to assure people everybody will get an opportunity to redeem. I think there is some concern in the community that there won't be enough if we just base it on 200. There'll be people left over, even if they all go in for the last one. So don't worry, we're ahead of that, and we'll make sure that everybody has a chance to get something if they want something. Obviously, that
Nice.
makes it sound more like Christmas than it really is.
Christmas.
But,
It's magical.
so far we've given away some, or had up for redemption some pretty good stuff, and this week is no exception. Should I say what they are this week?
If you
They
want
probably
to,
want to
it's
know
up to
because
you.
one's tomorrow and then one's Thursday. The one, I'm not going to tell you which order they're in because I want to circle up with Lane, but Gala vs December whitelist for a ticket to that bad boy, and we never give
Okay.
away Gala vs stuff ever. And December's 3.0, right? And it's in the US. So there's those
Do
in
we know what city it's going to
bag.
be in? Do we?
San Diego.
San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's
Towards the end
does
of the
everybody
year.
else know this? I don't
I
think
don't know.
anyone else knows
I
this.
forget. I forget who I tell. The other day, I was in Here and Now, and I thought it was gold, and I was just having a chat, and I was actually on quite an important phone call, and Snoop had sent me a video and said, "Oh, just use this and post it." And I was like, "I can't watch this video because I'm on a call and I can't do that." So then I thought it was the gold channel. So then I just posted in the channel and said, "Guys, can you watch this for me and tell me if it's okay to put on Twitter?" Which they did. And I did, still having not seen it, and then made spelling errors on Twitter. And then I found out that it was just the general channel. It was a disaster.
Just it wasn't a disaster. You just were giving to the people. Just
Yeah,
giving
well,
to
I
the
trusted
people.
them, and basically he did the announcement for us, so it's fine. But it could have literally been anything. Just
That's
post
funny.
this, Sarah. It's fine.
Yeet.
Yeah.
Nice. I love it. Well, should we take some questions from
Yes.
people? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just
Can
like
we just bask in the glory of my pink brick wall
oh,
as there's a
that
blue
has been
mayhem
mentioned a
wall?
couple times. People have been
It's
talking
so
about it in
cool,
chat.
right? I love it.
It's very pink.
And we've got a cheeky video at some point during this melee of fun or madness, mayhem.
Melee. It's a melee. Into the melee.
I've got to
Nice. I
stop with
love
my
it.
jazz hands.
I love the
It's
melee.
because it's May Mayhem.
Okay. Let's see here. Some rapid fire questions. Somebody asked why no meta change. Be that's going to be up to the Townstar team. Although if they're splitting things up into daily competitions, you might see something like that. I don't know. Let's see. John T recommends that everybody invite one friend. If you each bring one friend in, we double the size of the player base, and that's better for everybody. So you should do that, but maybe bring more than one. Okay, let's see.
Although obviously we have a lot of our own plans too. So there's a lot, I think, happening under the hood of Gala, which is going to, I would like to say, position us slightly differently and maybe capture some attention that we've so far not been able to capture. So I'm pretty excited about where this community is going to be going
Oh
over
my
the
God,
next
so
month
am
or
I.
so. Like, and it's not just come in and play a game and have a referral. Like, there is some really, really, really big kick ass stuff coming that
Kick
we've had our
ass.
heads down working on. So
No,
we'll also do our part, right? We'll bring in a fair few, I think.
that's the thing that cracks me up about this, and you see people like worrying about stuff and like, oh my God, why hasn't this happened, and why hasn't this happened? 28 games. How many artists? How many like
Yeah.
how many other
The
IPs,
artist
titles,
contracts are
properties?
really tricky because it's really stopped me from leaking as well, because they're obviously like they're all individual brands, aren't they? So they're
Yeah,
so tightly managed. But yes.
yeah.
Although I will say, because I think we've hinted at it before, there's a Snoop and Steve collaboration which we're doing, and the guys are at VCon with us actually, and they'll be playing it on the Friday. So I'm so, and with that we're making sure we look after our you know our previous holders that were the early supporters as well.
Yeah.
But that's really cool, and I know those guys already doing obviously a lot in the space, but like we can run more than one strategy, trust me.
Yeah.
So but seeing stuff like that's nice because that gives us the visibility, and the tracks are absolutely awesome, almost as good as the art that's with them as well. So I'm super excited for that, and seeing some of the things that we can do in video now as well when using Unreal and things, not for Snoop and Steve, it's for some other stuff. I think a few minds are going to be blown over the next couple of months, that's for sure.
There's some people who are looking, and I recognize that you literally just said that you kind of can't do this, but can you think of anything, um, anything that you can leak for Gala Music? Because there are lots of people. Crypto View is asking for that. Everybody's
Um,
asking
a
for
couple
Gala
of new
Music
genres
leaks.
coming online
Ooh.
soon. Yeah, I can't say the specific artists because they're quite
Okay, but you can say the
big.
genre, right?
But,
And before you say that, the thing that excites me about this is that I don't know. This is information for me. I don't necessarily know this,
it's a
but it
genre that I know a lot of our community are going to get absolutely nuts for. Um,
okay,
that's what I will
okay,
say.
okay,
And then in terms of Galaverse, we've got some, obviously we've got music fused through it, but Galaverse this year is very different because last year it was all about the games and the connectivity, and you know we had that like hub and spoke where all these games could
right,
belong
right.
together in the Galaverse. This is now about Gala as an entertainment business. So this is music, film, and games all fused together. And so it's just a little bit different. It's just it's yeah, it's pretty special. And
I'm looking
I
forward
will
to it.
say one person that's coming, and you guys might not know him actually because he's quite large, quite a big name in the UK and Europe. Have you ever heard of George Ezra?
I
So
have
if you
heard of George Ezra.
So he plays a song which is Shiny Happy People. And that reminds me of the gold community because that's what I'm always banging on about. Like these shiny happy people, we're all right together, and there's just a little bit of a tune. But
Nice.
he's going to be there, yeah, because it's kind of like that's kind of a buck song. But he's there on the first night, which is much more chilled out. Karaoke will be absolutely a thing. Barbecue will be a thing. Open fire pits. Think luau vibe. It's going to be with acoustics, guitar players, and stuff like that. It's just going to be, yeah, it's going to be really, really epic. And that's on top of all the other stuff that we've got going on with whitelists and drops and exclusivity and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
That sounds fantastic. I am really looking forward to this. Like, I'm super
I am
excited about
too.
it.
And I'm hoping this time I get to chat to some more people. I think last time I spent the whole of Galaverse in a black box behind the stage with a
You
box
did.
for my
You
head.
actually did. You
It was like that
literally
was my
did.
experience. And when we finished Galaverse on day 3 and we did the live stream, when we walked out, I think I had about 10 minutes before then we picked up the Gala music brief and it was like, oh, on to the next thing. So I'm looking forward to seeing the two of them exist together this time with a little bit of something else sprinkled in there too. It should be good.
I'm a this sounds fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. I spent a lot of time backstage last time too until you walked up and kicked me out and gave me
Do
no
you
warning
remember
about.
last time Snoop coming off the stage and dancing along to the Vox track and going like,
Yes,
"Who are those cute little guys?" And now
yes.
he's on the phone every other day. It's just like it's changed so much, hasn't it? It's
It's
just it's so weird.
keep on growing,
Yeah,
keep on
exactly.
growing.
It's good.
Let's see. Some other questions that people had. Games, films. Yes, Charlie Backschip films. Absolutely.
Well,
Pirate
so
Core.
when we
Somebody wants
say
Pirate
films,
Core. I like this idea. We should have Pirate Core. Let's drop everything and focus exclusively on Pirate Core.
okay.
And Bardcore. Pirate Core and Bardcore. Those are the two main things that I think that we need to focus on here right away. Let's see. John wants to know when FarmBot. I was actually talking to the Townstar team about that, and I know that they are working on something to bring that promise around to fruition. And yes, cool. We will be at VCon. Both Bucks and I will be there. We'll be at both
And we're at
Permissionless
permissionless, yeah, as
and
well.
VCon. So
Yeah, we're making some
definitely,
friends.
if you're around, send me, like, if you're in either of those areas. I'm thinking of getting together a small group of people. So if you are in those areas, shoot me a DM, and let's see if we can put something together where we can, go out to dinner or something like that, if possible.
And I'm speaking, and this because this is something that rattles my cage a little bit. I'm speaking about games as well as music. So no to everyone that thinks she's basically abandoned Gala and gone over to music, or everyone that thinks she can't do music and games.
You you can do both, okay?
You can do all of them badly. All of them.
Absolutely. No. You don't do anything badly. Nothing you do is badly.
We all know it's the team, right? The team are the troopers in all of
Okay,
this.
Dig Dug.
So.
Dig Dug has a question. Dig Dug has a question, and I want to zero in on Dig Dug's question because it is a difficult question. Okay, Dig Dug says, is anyone at Gala a little concerned at the massive number of NFTs being sold for more and more games that are still months and years away from being playable when Townstar doesn't have a balanced economy yet? Essentially, my screen scrolled, so I missed the exact quote. I don't know where it went, but anyway, couple things here. The first is that the economy for Townstar is very different than the economy for a lot of these other games. That was a first iteration. There were things that we definitely would do differently if we had, if we were able to go back and do them again. But moving forward, we're making some adjustments, making some changes, and hopefully over time you should see that stabilize, okay? That's one of the things that we're looking for. We want people to be able to come in and play, get something out of the game, have enough liquidity to actually be able to use that and to be able to do something positive with it. The second thing is that in terms of the NFTs that are being sold, okay, you're only seeing sales for a couple things, a few games, okay? We've changed our sales strategy a bit so that we're not selling as many things as far out, okay? We recognize that that's not something that there's really an appetite for right now. So, again, 28 games, how many of them have you seen any sort of pre-sale for whatsoever? Okay? Only a few. We haven't even announced a lot of them. So we're definitely seeing some changes in the way that things are being done there. And we recognize that we want to create a positive experience for everybody and find a way to reward the people who've participated in the ecosystem the most. So are we worried about it? No, we're not worried about it. This is very well in hand. And I think that you guys are going to be very happy seeing what you see going forward.
I think there's also there's the strategy piece in there, right, Jace? About so when we were sort of launching last year and Townstar, Mirandus, and those drops were launched, even Spider Tanks to an extent. Yeah. I agree with you. I think the mechanics around some of the new things that are coming up are much less about, because, we don't have any investment. To this day, we do not have an external investor, right? So that's given us the freedom. Other companies, and we know them well, and we talk to all of the big projects that you would expect us to be talking to regularly. This is Web3. We do share information, I was chatting to Fluff the other week. The founder of Fluff is down in New Zealand, you know, and we were talking about stuff like we do share and we do talk, and we are looking to collaborate with
Definitely.
lots and lots of different people. But the strategies for the games that are coming up are very different, because it's less about us being able to sustain the ecosystem and do all those things. We want the ecosystem to be healthy, of course, it needs to be, but actually it's more about the people wanting to be involved in those games early on, so that they can, you know, sort of be part of it and then get the benefit of that, whatever that may be, in future. So it's a little bit of a different strategy, I think, and
Right.
you'll see that with some of the big titles coming up, and the amount of noise that we're going to put behind those titles as well, because they are mass market plays, some of the moves that we are making. And that's not to say we don't love Townstar. Of course we do. It's our very first game, and it's blessed Townstar. It's been a little bit of a Frankenstein, right? But we will figure it out, because we're not going to stop until we figure it out. And if you can just stick with us a while, you're going to be
we'll
okay as well. You know, we will get there.
Yeah.
Because we're a games company, and if our you know, our very first game doesn't work, we're uncomfortable with that, and we'd like to fix that. Are we worried? No, we're not worried. That's not a strategy. Hope and worry are not strategies. You need a cheeky plan, and luckily we have a few of those. So
the Extreme says, and I think this is in comment to what I had been talking about, says like what you're doing with Fuzzles, NFTs this week, app released in a few weeks, not months or years. That's the timetable we need. Dude, totally agree. I absolutely
100%.
agree with you. With some of the games, you're going to see some somewhat longer timelines, but I think that our goal is that you should have something in hand that you can play with first before, and this is may not always be the case, but it's definitely something we want to do. Definitely something that we want to do. Okay. Let's see here. Win Miranda's gold tickets. Those are the tickets that McCarthy was talking about, right? That get dropped. I think those are happening this week. I think that's this week.
Yeah.
And Spider Tank's maps. There's some stuff coming there as well. I'm not sure if it's part of the May Mayhem thing, but that's something that we've been talking about a lot. So, oh wow, so many messages coming through at once.
I don't think the Spider Tanks maps is part of May Mayhem. I think
I don't think it is.
Tournaments and referrals.
But there's other stuff for Spider Tanks maps. Basically, map holders are not forgotten by any stretch of the imagination. XD Man, when Gala Chain come? Gala Chain is moving forward quite nicely. We had a really cool demonstration. I think it was just last week, or maybe it was the week before. It all kind of blends together, of Gala Chain interacting with an EVM bridge so that we could move NFTs back and forth really fast. It was really cool. That would also be an update on Jiri. Let's see. Tell me Gala is not a rug. Gala is not a rug.
Gala is not a rug.
That's there.
I mean, that would be like the worst strategy for a rug pull in history,
Seriously.
wouldn't it? That would be such a bad, like, what have we done wrong? We put all this money over here to then what? Like, rug ourselves?
Exactly.
Like, that doesn't even make sense. No, we're not.
Definitely showing love for map holders for sure. What is this? No, the little Tesla truck does not have any utility. It is a cute, fun thing that only people who were there at the time get, which I think is really actually kind of cool. I think that in the future, when there's, you know, millions and millions and millions of people connecting with the ecosystem, that's going to be something that's kind of cool, that shows that, look, you know, I was here.
The OGs.
I was here when they did the random Tesla truck.
You know, it's the story that Michael always used to tell, right? When he used to talk about why he decided to, it wasn't about a blockchain game, it was about setting content free by using blockchain as a protocol. And do you remember he always talked about the little toy truck and how incensed he was that he couldn't give away a little toy truck? And that's always been, like, he had me at that story. Like, I love it. And no one tells it quite like Michael, but it's the essence of why
he's a natural storyteller.
He's the best storyteller I've ever met, hands down.
I don't know. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty
Oh,
good.
you're
Just don't
right. Your
usually
accents
get
are a
in
bit rubbish,
story.
but other than that, it's okay.
Don't start with me on rubbish accents. Okay, guys. Yeah, let's see. Do you want to take some more questions, Sarah?
We
Or
can
should we
do one
begin
more minute. We
wrapping it
should
up?
try and give it to like
Okay.
45 minutes and then people know. And maybe what we'll do next week is we'll like try and get it into 20 and just have these as like, we could do like New Star Bulletin, right? And get them really slick and then invite other people on. So it's not just you and me. Have we
Yes,
given all the
absolutely.
updates that are happening this week? So
We've
talked
given
about
all the
Miranda's,
updates. We've given all
Walking
the
Dead's
updates.
happening,
Yeah.
new tournaments, the new structure of those tournaments. Galaverse tickets go on sale as well, and we've got a video for that. So we siphoned off 300 tickets for Malta, and they go on sale, but just for an hour. And you know what I'm like, if they don't sell, I burn them, as per last year, because that's the kind of girl I am. Yeah, so that's going to happen this week, and the other VAR redemptions as well will happen this week. The two, so there's loads going on. What are you saying?
Okay. I think there's a video you wanted to show.
Yeah, should we play the video and then stop?
Yeah, let's do it. So
Okay.
let's say our goodbyes before the video starts. Should we do that? And then that'll be the outro. How about that? Okay.
Yeah, let's do that.
Awesome, guys. Thank you so much for being here and hanging out. I'm still going to hang out in the here and now chat. I'm going to answer some questions in text. But yeah. Peace out.
Energy levels are rising. Caution, the energy levels go up. Full energy levels reached. We're ready to go.